All right. Hey, thanks for being at the meeting. I'm here with Tim Long. My name's Paula Bradovic. I'm an area missionary with Word of Life and with local church ministries. Tim Long is the youth pastor at Heritage Baptist Church up in Kentwood, Michigan. He's a graduate of the Bible Institute and he's a graduate of the YMI program. Why did you choose to be part of the youth ministry internship?
I really enjoyed the philosophy of youth ministry course in second year and things like that. And I was encouraged by my parents as well, to give it a chance to just take a look at it and come to a meeting like you guys are at today, and to kind of learn more about it. Um, and I just chose it because I wasn't exactly sure what to do, but then I learned more about it, and I'm like, yeah, this is a great opportunity.
Well, how did being part of the youth ministry internship prepare you for where you are now? I mean, you're a youth pastor at the church where you were an intern.
I think one of the biggest ways it helped me was the length of it, beyond of what it actually was. It's 2 years, and that's huge. And that way I could see all the different seasons of the ministry, the beginning of the school year, the summer, how we transition, how we honor the seniors, how do we go into planning activities for the summer? Well, that planning happens the fall and the summer before, stuff like that. And it really helped me to see it all from a big picture. I could see, and I was involved with the church, not just the youth ministry, but I could learn from the other pastors and see, oh man, this is how they deal with this guy, with this situation at church. And it really doesn't have anything to do with the youth ministry, but I'm sitting in staff meeting every Tuesday
Okay, well, it
morning.
sounds to me like you were just immersed into church culture
Yeah,
through this program. That's awesome. That's
for
awesome.
sure.
Hey, listen, a lot of people ask the question, "Hey, can I get a job? Can I get married during the internship?" You kind of did both. You were in the internship, doing your schooling. You had a job the whole time, a side job, and then at the end, you ended up getting married.
Every church is a little different. Some of them cover different things. They cover your food and housing if you're by yourself or whatever, or others, pay a stipend of some money. I worked for UPS for 2 years. Blessing. Now, it was difficult. It was a lot of managing my time. I would wake up in the morning, come to church in the morning. Um, I would go, uh, I would have a lunch. I'd go to UPS in the afternoon. It was just an afternoon shift, 12 to 5 or whatever. And then I'd come home and do my homework in the evening. Now, it was not always easy, but it's a blessing. You can, work with your church and talk with them. Um, a lot of the churches are so thankful to have you as an intern, and they would be more than happy to help you, find a part-time job or something. Sometimes like, oh, I don't know where the time's going to come from this week, but your priorities, you make time for your priorities, and God provides the time. And I was still able to have time to hang out with friends and make friends even.
So yeah. And just by the way, for those who are listening, you don't have to finish your degree. Obviously, the goal is we want to give you that opportunity too, and many of our internship interns do. But you do not have to. You just have to be in class 6 hours each semester. What impact did the LCM or the youth ministries tools that Word of Life has? What impact did they have on how you ministered as an intern, or even now how you're ministering now?
Whether it's the quiet time that you guys are familiar with, that Word of Life, well, that's a huge tool that we can take and encourage the students to do in the youth group, who don't have a way of keeping track of their daily devotion, like the Multiply app. And that has been a great tool as well to keep track of their creative discipleship program, and keep track of their verses and different things. And you can even keep track of your leaders as well. And now that I'm a youth pastor, I can keep track of my own stuff. I can keep track of the leaders to see, hey, how are the leaders doing with their spiritual growth, and what are their goals for this year. And you guys will learn more about the curriculum as well. But it's awesome because you don't have to spend hours and hours in the week preparing for the lesson. You still need to prepare for it and make it your own, but that extra time that you don't have to spend on that, you can spend, taking a kid to lunch, bring, catching up with the kids, investing in those relationships, as Paul's already mentioned.
All right, last thing, anything else you want to say to
write down some expectations that you would like to see for, like, how do you want them to encourage you and how do you want to
for
grow?
those of you here, 69965, text YMI so you can get the application started. We want you to be involved in the youth ministry internship. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, Paul.